Welcome back, everybody. The last day of spreading. I'm assuring you it's the last day. So today is the day that I'll get we'll pull out the spreader, and now I've got to go and shovel everything up. But it will be the last spreader video. I'm sure you guys are all getting sick of watching me just sit on a spreader, but that's what's happening at the moment. So you're just gonna have to come along for the ride. So the surprising thing is we've actually got an 80% chance of 5 to 10 mils today. Now that would just round off the end of spreading, just fantastic. Will it come? I don't know. Willy Weather's saying 80% chance of 5 to 10, and Weather Zone to the bomb is like a 70% chance of 1 to 5. So we'll find out together. Alright, so in the last video you guys would have gone and commented how much you think is going to be in here. My guess, I'm going to guess, it's pretty difficult to guess when it's all like this. I'm going to say 5.5 tonne. 5,500 kilos is what I'm saying. So we'll see. I'll grab the loader and I'll try and get as much as I can. Then I got to get the shovel and shovel it all. Now there is already 1,800 kilos in there. So yeah, we should get a decent sized spreader load out, and yeah, it'll be good to go over the canola again and just top it up that little bit more. And especially if we got rain coming, that'd be even better. Alright, I apologise, I was not able to film anything, but there is still stuff left in the shed. So whilst I was filling, I got a phone call from the building manager, Lee, who's the floor guys down there, and he said the power's gone out. Now that's off grid down there, we've got the batteries in the generator, so that shouldn't happen. So I've had to race down there, try and diagnose it, call up the guys that I got it through. The batteries somehow had depleted to zero, well, basically zero, and the generator had run out of fuel. So then I had to fill it up with fuel, get that running, try and get it all working, and at the moment the generator's still running on manual. We couldn't get it going on auto for some reason. So anyway, the generator's rolling, it's on manual, and I got to wait for it to charge up the batteries to at least, I don't know, 30% I think, and then I can go back down, switch it over. So I've got a timer going for another hour. I'll go down and do that. While I was there, I didn't really clean the pool, made a mess of the pool because there's still leaves and crap everywhere, but fiddled around with that, and then and it was only got to one, well, I guess I'd call it 10% on there, battery indicator thing. So anyway, I've been down there. Henry, he brewed up his boom spray, and then when I was coming back, you might be able to see we're a bit wet here. We had a little misty shower come through, so he couldn't get spraying. So he jumped on the spreader. He's spreading for me right now. He's just out in that paddock just there. We've dropped our rate to 40 kilos a hectare. I should really go to 25 and get across all of the stuff that we did last time, but I just seems pointless going at 25. Plus it's just getting topped up. So we're going at 40 kilos. This canola will be better than the rest, but as it should, because it's the one that's on the road and the driveway. So you got to really pump it up, make it look good. But yeah, so he was full. So he's got I got him to write it down. He's got 9.5 tonne on board. So I can't even remember what I said was in there this morning. 1100, 1800, can't remember. Anyway, so he's written that down for me. And then when he comes in his next time, which will be probably about lunchtime, we'll fill this up and we'll see how many kilos was in there. But I was very wrong, very deceptive. So it's good in a way. It means that he'll get a fair chunk of the stuff that we did at the beginning. We'll get a fair chunk of that done. Now, on the rain, you guys can't hear it, but the shed, I can hear the pitter patter of some rain, some drizzle. Now, let me just show you what the radar's doing. That blue dot is us, and what would typically happen, this lovely front that's here will split us, go south, and then this will go north, and then we'll end up in this white in the middle and get nothing. I'm hoping that doesn't happen today. The fact that we got a bit of drizzle at the moment is very nice, so let's pray that it's going to be all good and we get rain. So anyway, what am I going to do? I'm going to grab the loader. I need to go down and give some more hay to the horses because they've demolished a round roll already. We've only got 2 left. We really need the rain so that they can start eating this pasture in the paddock instead of being fed hay. But anyway, let's head on down in the loader and we'll go feed some horses. Had a little bit of a delay. I had to fuel this up with fuel, and Henry, he had started the pump this morning down to Athens, so I had to just race down there and turn that off. And then I was also on the phone to Luke. You know how when we were going over the wheat down at Hatton's there, I was saying that our germination isn't ideal, this is why we need the rain, blah 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 blah. With that germination being sporadic like it is, it means our plants aren't advanced enough to take the Tiger-X, the MCPA on. We'll do yield damage and possibly kill them. So we've got to wait. So Henry's going to do the 2 paddocks down there when it's not raining, and then we'll wait. We'll hold off on it. We got Luke out next week, and we'll go over it and we'll make a plan on when we hit it. But that works out for me because it means that we can then get the flexi and tanks off the trailer, and then I can take that up to Earnshaw in Lake Grace next week because they're wanting that. So, but on the plus side, I mean the bad side, this doesn't have a windscreen wiper, but it's raining. Very liberal use of the word raining, but there is water on my windscreen, so let's hope we get more. Meals on wheels. I think that Nelson might be a bit excited that he's about to get some hay. That sounded give a horn to a jellyfish. It is. It doesn't take much rain to make our yard look really wet. We wouldn't have had a mill yet, and it looks like we've had 5. But that is just music to my ears. I love hearing rain like that, and even better when you've had all the, you know, you've spent the time and you've got all the urea and stuff out in front. Even like the barley, Henry's finished that, so the manganese, the zinc and the copper will just be going what's the word, bonkers, bonanza, bonkers, brilliant. It'll be going amazing in the plant with rain, moisture in the plant, being able to really take up those trace elements. Yeah, we'll see a good response to that, so it's good. But no, it's just lovely to see and hear rain. So I don't want to jinx it, but now I've got to go down to my house and I need to go and check that gen set out and make sure that's all good. The one thing about spreading in the rain is when you get too much rain, you'll start to make a mess of the paddock, you know, mess of your tram lines. And then the other is that you will you'll rip the plant up, because you know you got mud on your wheels, and just as you're going around the plant just rips up. So Henry's just called me up saying he's having a bit of, well, not issue, but there's a little bit of mess happening while he's going along. So like I said, how the yard doesn't take much to look like it's wet. This part of the paddock is very clayey soil. So at the moment I'm not seeing any mud or anything, but I know what he's on about, where it's, you're just seeing he'll be driving along and he'll be just flicking up plants, and it'll all be, yeah, it won't be looking too good from his perspective in the cab. So I'll wait for him to get back up this end and we'll have a look. But we'll hop out and we'll have a look, and I'll see if I can show you what I mean. Like, they will bounce back, but yeah, they get quite trampled. You know, when it's wet, it just tends to rip the plant. And I mean, at the moment I reckon he's fine to keep going, as long as he gets out of this clayey soil before we get too much more rain. I mean, hell, I'd love it that he had to stop because we're getting too much rain. But yeah, we'll see how he goes. We'll just wait for him to come back up. There we go, there's my alarm on my phone telling me to go down and check my my gen set. Yeah, he's coming up on this next one here, so we'll watch him as he goes past, and we'll just see. But look at the canola, it's just looking fantastic. Not that you guys will be able to see, but just on his wheel arches and everything like that, he's got a bit of mud that's flicking up. It's yeah, he'll be fine to keep going. The damage to the plant is pretty minimal, so we'll just keep on rolling. If we get a big downpour, then we'll pull up. But for the time being, we'll keep on rolling. Okay, so I'm back from lunch, and you can see the yard's nice and wet. So 5 mils is what we've had already, so just absolutely amazing. Oh no, there's a very wet texture up here too. Hello. Oh, no. Oh man. So the radar is looking pretty good for us still. We've got some dark blues, greens, whatever you want to call that colour, still coming towards us. So fingers crossed that gets us. Yeah. Be very nice, you know, to get a double-digit rainfall would be amazing. So anyway, I'm just about to grab Bill and head down, and I'm going to bring the water trailer and truck back up here, and then next week or Friday, probably Friday, Henry and I will be able to get the hook that onto the Flexion truck or trailer and start getting the tanks off that, so it's ready for me to take that to Lake Grace next week. Back just in time. Henry's pulled in. It is rainy, but we've only got this little bit of the shed to do, so we're gonna get it shoveled, get it out, get him loaded, send him on his way, and we'll find out what the total tons or kilos that was left in the shed was. Okay, so the results are in. The amount that was left in this shed was 12,100 kilos. So whoever got that correct, I'll pin them in the last video, and I'll probably send them a hat and maybe a stubber holder. But all up, we had in leftover was 13,900 kilos, because I still had 1,800 kilos left on board in there. So it's worked out quite well. He's spread the driveway paddock, he's out in this front paddock here. He'll get nearly the whole way across it. The only one that will be lacking is our paddock over there with the pines. That hasn't got it, but yeah, it's just awesome that I was able to get that over there. Now the question on why is there left over, I needed to order 217 tonne in order to get my whole program done. I ended up ordering 205. I just, at the time, I didn't know how much I had left in the shed of Agstar and Urea, so I just ordered took an estimate of how much was in here, and that is why there's left over. I banked having it. I made sure I had a little bit left over on my sustain, so that I wasn't going to run short in the wheat. You know, if this had run out earlier, the Urea and the Agstar that is, then we would be running short in the wheat. So yeah, went a little bit over, and that got us covered. So that is the reason behind that. So yeah, Henry's just headed off. I am going to go and wash Bill, because that's now covered in mud, and I might actually go and grab the fire unit. And I'm just, obviously we've got moisture in here now, so what I might do is I might just grab the fire unit and wash all of the big stuff out. You can see all the you know, all the white residue on the ground. That's all the cracked sustain, cracked Urea, and then we've got some stuff that's left up on top here. So I might wash the shed out just with the fire unit, and then we'll do a pressure cleaner at another time. Okay, nice and washed out. Now I've only done it with the fire unit today, because Henry's gonna bring the, what's it called, the tractor in, and we'll park that in here over the until we can get that washed and cleaned and parked away. Then what we'll do is we'll use the pressure cleaner, come in like I did before, and we will wash the floor properly, and then we'll move the headers into here, and then we can start putting everything where it's supposed to go. Now the reason we still need to use a pressure cleaner, you got stuff like this. You can see how I'm drawing in that. That's I think that's the Agstar, but anyway. And then you've got stuff like this. That's oh, there you go, it's come off, but it wouldn't come off before. So now I know when Henry drives in, because it's raining still, which is fantastic, but when Henry drives in, we're going to get mud in here. but that's all right. I've got the urea out, which is what I wanted to do. We have to wash the shed again anyway, so I'm not too worried about him driving the tractor in here, and then that way it's out of the road. But yeah, I reckon I'll leave the video there, everyone. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and as always, catch you in the next one.